Hey everyone, hi, it's Friday. It's Marsha Grace here, your calm creativity connector, and woo, I am buzzing with all kinds of information and I'm excited. It's been a busy week. Yeah, maybe I'll just share a little bit of what I've been up to first before I go into my spiel here. But we are in the calm in the center of the storm, and I'm getting calmer every day. I hope you are too. uh, Especially since I got a haircut. Woohoo! That was really great. But before that, last week, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but last week I attended a number of um, uh, Black Lives Matter demonstrations, and I really just felt I had to show that I care, and that it means something to me, and that we can't let um, this anti-racism go on any longer. So anyway, one of the things I did was I made up a sign, and this is what I carried. It's probably backwards, so I don't know if you're seeing it backwards, but this is a picture of Meghan Markle, and I cut it out of the paper because she, I love the picture of her with her arms crossed like that. It's really pretty, right? Speaking to students at a former high school of hers, and that the fact that someone from yeah, she's American, married we know who, right? A prince. But the fact that she chose to make herself, bring herself forward, said a lot to me. And so anyway, that's my sign that I carried last Sunday. What else happened? They were all peaceful, wonderful people. We sang, we chanted, we kneeled, we did lots of wonderful things, and it was just great. Okay, haircut. Oh, I got poison ivy. Yes, wonderful poison ivy, which is just about clearing up because I was in the garden. And poison ivy loves me. It takes one look at me and says, "Wah, I'm on you." And so I actually had to call the doctor and get some medication for it. But I'm doing fine, so I'm great. The big excitement this week, really, for me, was to do my first, what I call Wisdom on the Beach talk. And I hope I'll be able to do more again because, hi, Linda, Michelle, hi. Because it was just wonderful. My first guest was Camille Bracciodietta, who is the owner of Bellissima Aesthetics. A wonderful woman, and she told just the most wonderful story. So if you didn't hear it or see it, the video is on my Facebook page, Marsha Grace Tropin. You'll find it there, and she just tells a wonderful story, and I just think it's so appropriate for this time. And if you watch it, you'll know what I mean. So okay. So catch that if you can. And then, of course, I'm going to say to you, as I always say, there's a way to view your feelings and your thoughts and your experiences differently so that you can discover the solutions that you already have within you for the answers and the concerns that you have in your life. Hi, Jacqueline. Thanks for coming in. Business concerns, personal concerns, family concerns, all the things, I hope your business is starting to open. It's so wonderful now that things are opening up, and it's exciting, and it's a beautiful time of the year for it. So everybody's really, I think our mood is lightening tremendously. So I'm really happy about that. So by shifting our thoughts from fear to understanding, from outward, where we're concerned with what everybody else thinks and does and says, back into ourselves. This is how we find the answers that we already have within us, but we weren't able to really access them because we didn't give them a chance. So my expertise is in teaching what I call meditative contemplation. Okay, different from meditation in a certain way, because people have lots of different ideas about what meditation is, and I certainly have my own ideas about it, and they might be very different from what you think they are. So tune in for that, because I will be doing an online class soon, very soon. And if you're interested, please let me know. If you really are interested in learning about contemplative meditation and how to do it, just give me a like, send me a little note, and just say, I'm interested. And if you give me your email address, I can put you on my list and notify you. So that's in the works. So I devote, and what it is, a part of what it is that I teach is this morning program where you are online, not online, you're in bed. Hopefully you're still in bed, because I want you to do this before you even get out of bed, is to get your day set. And there's several different steps, and that's what I'll go over with you when I do the program online, and it'll change your life. If you put it into practice and you're really serious and you really care about being happy and peaceful, you'll do it because you'll see the difference. Okay, so last week, getting right into our thing for today, a little bit later, if you hang around, we'll do the breath. I moved the breath work and the meditation to the end because I know some people are busy and they have to rush off and maybe they're not quite into that yet. So I said I'll do my little talk first and then we can do that after. So I'll get right into the talk for today, which is about, does success equal happiness? And last week, I've been talking about happiness now for the last couple of weeks because I wanted to make a shift because things are lightening up now, and I want to bring that mood, that feeling into our days. So we're talking about happiness, and does success lead to happiness? And I would have to say that happiness is an inside job. It really starts on the inside. So it's really actually the opposite. Happiness is what leads to success. And we're not just talking about monetary success. There are a lot of rich people. Maybe rich people, your boss or a coworker. I mean, someone else that who is a neighbor who's wealthy in bucks, but is not a happy camper. Right? It may be grumpy, maybe judgmental, or, just obviously not happy within themselves. So obviously having money is not the answer. It's not what I consider success, okay? But let's talk about the different ways that we can think of what success is and how happiness fits into that picture. So happiness is in the present moment. I've said this many times because, hi Susan, Michael, there you are, hi, good. Thank you, Michael, for coming to the beach with me the other day. It was good to have you there. What was I saying? So it's in the present moment. Happiness is in this moment because it's this moment where you have all possibilities available to you. If you're thinking about what happened before, something from the past, you're mired in that one little spot. And if you're worried about what's going to happen in the future, where's your mind? You're not in this moment where the possibilities exist. So you won't be happy. You won't find happiness in the past or in the future. It's only in the present. And as a result of that, what happens is that you're going to do the right things for yourself in the moment. Because you're going to be thinking, you're going to be saying, oh, in this moment, do I really need to eat that hot fudge sundae? Do I really need the extra calories? You might go ahead and do it anyway, but maybe you might not. You might think better of it and be a little healthier as a result. And maybe you will get to bed earlier. Maybe you won't watch so much TV. You'll get your butt out the door, do some exercise, take a walk, do whatever what's good for you, for your whole physical being. So that's being in the present. That's what happens when you're in the present. Now, as far as work goes, or as far as your business goes, when you're happy, you're going to feel better about yourself. And because you're feeling better about yourself, you're going to feel better about the work that you do. And you're going to have a higher work ethic. You're going to work better. You're going to work smarter. You're going to work with more conscious awareness of what you're doing. And of course, what does that lead to? That's going to lead to more business, right? And as business owners, That's what we certainly want. So, or if you work for someone and you want to get a raise, right? So by being more conscious and aware and letting your happiness exude from you and affect how you do your work, you're going to get that raise. So this is in the present. In the present, this is where greater productivity exists, and therefore greater profits for everybody all around. So that's why we want to be happy. We want to take that happiness that we have within us. It's not out there. Remember, I'm going to keep saying this over and over again. It's not determined by what other people think or do or say. It's an inside job. I know I'm saying it again, but that's the truth. And you have to get it, because until you do, you're at the mercy of other people and their opinions. And that's not necessarily very helpful, because there's a lot of negativity out there. Granted, we're starting to move toward, in a better direction, but there's still a lot of fear. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of bad news, really bad news out there. And that's not something that I particularly want to be involved with. And I hope you don't either. All right, so as I said, happiness is not about the dollars in the bank, too. That's another thing to consider. In other words, if you're saying to yourself, well, I'll be happy when I make $1 million or $1,000 or whatever it is you want to make, if that's what you're saying, you're really barking up the wrong tree. Because again, where are you looking? You're looking in the future. And in the future, that's not where the answer is. The answer is not in the future. The answer is right here. What can I do right now, right this minute, that's going to fill me up, bring out my creativity, bring out my sense of peace and joy, so that I can use all of that toward my success, right? Because if you're thinking about the bucks, that's not where it's at. The bucks come when the attitude allows it. Okay, your attitude has to allow it. So it's a mindset. It's just simply to say that happiness is a mindset, and that's why I developed my morning practice. Because when I decide, and decide is the key word here, when I decide that I want to be happy, nothing can stand in my way. Nothing. So think about that. I want you to think about that. And if you want more information, as I said, go to my website, give me your email address so that I can notify you, put you on my list, and let you know what's happening. And be happy to do that. So if you have any comments, if you're agreeing, please, I would like a like. I would like you to share this message with other people that you think could benefit from it. That would be very helpful for all of us, because when we share good stuff, that increases our happiness, right? So that makes sense. Okay. All right. I think if there's any comments, I'd be happy to answer or comment back. I'm not hearing anybody commenting anything. So in that case, I think I've said everything I've had to say today. Hi, Faye. About this particular aspect of success and happiness. So just to reiterate, success does not equal happiness. We could be wealthy, we could even have a great business or a wonderful life or great kids or happy, whatever. You can have all that stuff, and yet still something inside there's a hole. And the only way you can fill that hole is through your own decision in your mind. And the way you get that new decision, if you're a kind of a negative type thinking person, the way you're going to get that new way of thinking is by working with your thoughts. And that's what I teach. That's what I help you do. So, okay. So we talked about success and happiness today, and now we go into part 2. So if you want to hang around, I'm going to light my candle. We're going to do our little breath work, and then we are going to do my little beach meditation. I said I would do a beach meditation today because I was on the beach a couple of days ago with Camille. And please do tune into her, to that video because I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, so here's our candle. And I'm going to do our little, we'll do our meditation and then I will bring us out with the bowl. You hear the chime. Okay. All right, so wherever you are in this moment, just allow yourself to be comfortable. There's an airplane going overhead. And just feel your body relax. Just relax. I hope you're sitting in a comfortable seat and with your feet on the floor so that you have no restrictions here. And arms are comfortable in the lap. And we're going to just do a couple of slow, deep breaths in and out. So first thing I always say is to blow out whatever you've got in those lungs. Just really, really pump it out by pressing your belly in and really exhaling. Really feel like everything is coming out. And then we start with that inhale through the nose, unless you can't for any sinus reason. But breathing in through the nose, and then you can open your lips very slightly and breathe out through your lips if you want to. You can breathe out through your nose too, that's your choice, okay? But breathe in through the nose because the nose is your filter and that brings clean air in. So, okay, so we're gonna breathe in, we're gonna breathe out, we're gonna start our breath in, you're gonna fill up now. Another thing I wanna say about, and this is another part of what I teach, because we think we know how to breathe, but most people don't. I know that sounds funny, right? We're walking around, we don't know how to breathe. But to really clean your lungs and get a good clean, really, get oxygen into your system all over the place, you really need to learn how to breathe properly. And most of us are chest breathers. We breathe up here, and you can feel your chest move. And that's not what is going to do the job. What's going to do the job is belly breathing. And that's where I'm going to show you. Just watch my chest. You won't see my chest move, but my belly is going in and out. So do you see my chest moving? It's not moving, right? So that's what I want you to practice, okay? It may not come easily at first because we're so used to not breathing that way. So experiment with it and try it, because that's the way you get a really full, complete lung full of fresh air. All right, so, but just for now, breathe any old way you want to. The idea is to clear out the lungs, take a deep breath in. We're going to hold it for a moment, and then you're going to breathe it out 3 times, all right? Okay. If you want to close your eyes, or you have the candle, that's why I have the candle here. So if you want to look at the candle, you can look at the candle, or just close your eyes. And again now, so let's all breathe out, get it all out, and then begin that in breath and fill. Hold it for a moment, and then expel. Let it go. Let out all resistance. Okay, and then again, breathing in, breathe in. Acceptance for yourself, acceptance for everyone around you. Acceptance is such a gift we give to each other. Hold that breath, and then release any kind of fear that you have, any doubts in your mind. Let them go. Just let it all go. And one more. Let's breathe in ease and relaxation, filling up with so much just sense of peace and joy. Hold that for a moment. And then let go of any last little tension or stress. Just let it all go. All right. So now, if you can, close your eyes. I hope you're not driving. That's a joke. All right, but close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that you are on the beach, on a North Shore beach. If you saw my picture this morning on my page, you saw a beach with pebbles and rocks and stuff. So imagine you're on that beach. That's North Shore is very rocky. It's just so beautiful. So there's sand, there's stones, there are pebbles, there's shells, there's larger rocks, and then we even have big, big boulders right there. Some of them are strewn right along the beach. So I want you to imagine you're taking this walk on the beach. And I want you to just reach down and pick up a little bit of sand. Hold it in your hand. Just hold the sand in your hand. And what do you see as you're looking at the sand? Don't you see like a bunch of different colors? You know, sand, when you look at it, just kind of looks grayish. But when you really examine it, you see that it's got black and red and yellow and orange and green. All different colors are really in that sand, along with white, gray, all those beautiful, beautiful colors, tiny little gorgeous dots of color. So enjoy that deep perception of the sand. And then put the sand down and pick up a pebble. Which pebble do you see there that catches your eye? Notice the pebble and just look at it. What color is it? What's its shape? How does it feel? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Just notice all its aspects. Okay, now put that down. And perhaps there's a shell. Oh, look, over there. See, there's a shell over there. So go and pick up that shell. And what do you notice about this shell? Is it long? Is it round? Is it square? Is it broken? Is it colorful, or is it just kind of tannish or gray? Is it a clam shell? What kind of shell is it? Notice the colors. Notice the ridges. Notice the inside and the outside. Look at the edges. Are they smooth? Are they rough? So interesting. Every shell, every little thing on the beach. So interesting. All right. So let's put the shell back. And now over there you see a larger rock. Pick it up. It's pretty heavy, right? It's pretty heavy. You have to really kind of hold it in two hands because it's a big, heavy rock. And again, notice, what does this rock look like? Is it colorful? Is it square or round? Is it smooth or rough? How much it weighs? It's heavy, right? It weighs a lot. The bones of Mother Earth, that's what I call stones, the bones of Mother Earth. And so now that it's kind of heavy, let's put it back down. You've examined the rock. And now I'm not going to ask you to pick up one of those boulders because you wouldn't be able to. But I want you to walk over to this boulder that's right there on the edge of the sand leading to the water. There's this beautiful boulder. And it's perfect for sitting on. So you have a seat. Just take a seat on this kind of flattish boulder. And let your hands kind of run over the surface of the boulder as you're sitting on it. How does it feel? Is it smooth? Is it rough? Is it wet from the surf coming in? How does it feel? How does it feel to be sitting on this beautiful rock by the sea? Just feel how that feels for this moment, with a slight breeze blowing in off the water. The sun is warming you and brightening everything around you. Just feel the glorious feeling and sensations of this moment as you're sitting on this rock and breathing. Feel those sensations and be grateful be grateful for this moment that you've given yourself, this time, to just be present on this rock, on this beach, part of the wholeness that is this environment. The rocks, the shells, the sand are all part of what makes the beach. And the beach meets the water and continues down. But now you see only the water. And as you look at the water, you see that the water goes across right to the horizon. But it keeps going. You don't know where it's going, but you know it keeps going. It's all part of one whole thing. One whole allness that we're part of. And you feel that connection with all beings everywhere right now in this precious moment as you sit on this rock. Okay, so come on back. You can take your walk back off the beach and go back to your chair where you are right now. And I hope you enjoyed that little time together. Being by the beach for me is so special, and I hope you feel the same way. So if you enjoyed our time together today, please give me a like, comment, share it with others. Oh, hi, David. Oh, my goodness. How wonderful you're here. And Lisa, my sweet. Hi. So that's it for today. I'll be back next Friday. And as I say every single time, remember, everything begins with a thought. Everything begins with a thought. So keep your thoughts light. Many blessings until next time. Have a beautiful weekend.